Hey everyone, it's Sharon coming at you from Beach Therapy Counseling Services. As usual, I just want to say happy Friday. Please subscribe at the end of this video and then go ahead and share it with those that you love and care about if they can benefit from the content. So today's topic is not going to be a chirpy one, and it's on grief. I've had a few clients recently deal with some grief, as well as some friends and family members, as well as myself. So I thought it would be a good topic. However, I'm not going to go into the whole topic of grief. We're not going to go into the 5 stages or anything like that. There might be another day that I feel compelled to do a topic like that, but today I just wanted to go on the timeline as far as the pressure that we put on ourselves when we are grieving, whether it be for a family member, a friend of a friend, or even just an animal or a pet, or any type of grief that we are grieving, a loss that we are grieving in our lives. We tend to put this pressure on ourselves. And I feel like we do that because we don't want to burden other people, or we want other people to look at us like, why are they still upset about that? But let me tell you, the more we put these stipulations on ourselves when they're not natural, the more we're paving the way for those in the future, like, oh, well, you can't go past 2 weeks, or you're a little crazy, things like that. So I want us to really take a stand when it comes to grieving and allow ourselves to go through the process however long it takes. And if that takes 6 months, if that takes 6 weeks, if that takes whatever it is for you, allow yourself to go through it and reach out to the people that can help you while you're going through that, whether that be a best friend, a family member, a counselor. I don't care who it is, just reach out to those. And that doesn't mean that you're expediting the grieving process. It just means that you are allowing yourselves to go through it, and you are allowing yourselves to experience it with somebody that loves and cares about you and will be there for you while you're doing that. So I guess my biggest thing today is just to really encourage those that are grieving not to feel like you're putting others out, and not to feel like there is an expiration date on your grief, because as those of us who are grieving and have grieved the loss of a loved one or a pet or anything, person that we have loved, we realize that sometimes it's just an anniversary. It could be the 10-year anniversary and we're still super grieving about it, or that just triggers the grief. And I want you to be encouraged just to know that you're not alone in that. Everybody goes through that, but now we're coming up with these ways to hide it because we don't want other people to look at us like we're crazy. I would much rather us be authentic and honest in our grief, so that way when others look at us, that's the norm. That's okay. It doesn't matter how long, there's no stipulations. It's just you're going through your process, and it's okay because you're sharing and you're being authentic. So if we want to change the way that people view grieving, we first need to change the way that we are putting the expectations on ourselves, and just allow ourselves to do it naturally. And I know there's books and things that talk about the 5 stages, and I think there's even a book that talks about the 12 stages or something like that. It doesn't even matter. What I'm getting at is, maybe it's 2 stages for you. Maybe you're ticked for like 6 months and then you're sad for another 6 months. Don't put yourself up against somebody else's standards. When it comes to grief, allow yourself to be natural with it, because you will be able to get through it in a more authentic way, in a more pure way. And that's my biggest encouragement today, is authenticity in your grief, because every single person in this world goes through it. And those that you don't see go through it, it's because they are putting themselves up against this stigma, or their own self-doubt, or their own pressure to just get through the grief quickly so other people don't have to see that, maybe it took you extra long, or maybe it didn't. Maybe it was quick for you. Either way, it really doesn't matter as long as that's your authentic process. So, as usual, I know I rambled a little bit on this one, but if you guys have questions, you always know where to reach me, mybeachtherapy.net. I look forward to hearing from you guys on this topic, because it's a hard topic and none of us make it out of this life alive. So it's one that we all have to actually go through. So you guys know where to reach me. We'll see you next week.